Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Notre Dame head coach told me before the game, Coach Freeman told me that he feels every game is magnified for his team right now because they do not have a conference championship to lean on at the end of the season. You remember the conversation last year, narrowly being left out of the college football playoff? That is why every time they take the field, the style of play, the points that they score, and how they dominate has to be a priority for this Fighting Irish team. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Mustangs ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Deep in the end zone, it's Barres. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. So Notre Dame's offense as they take control of the football first. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Fires to the right. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
A quick pass to the left. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. A strike downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Play action, Carr. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
It's going to be fun to watch this receiving group, I think, for Notre Dame this season. I think one of the things Marcus Freeman's done a really good job of in recent years is go to the portal and bring difference makers at the receiver spot. It was Malachi Fields coming over for Virginia, the big, tall body making big plays downfield last year for the Irish. And this has always been a position, David, that we thought was always a little bit behind some of the elite competition in college football, but it feels like that's starting to change now.
And Great House and Faison both back, so obviously some experience there. But then bringing in some ultra-talented, highly recruited receivers from Ohio State. Those guys usually pan out pretty well to have that speed element.
He's going to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll go to the counter play. They were all over it.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They go to the counter. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Play action, C.J. Carr. Right down the middle. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He wants to take the top off. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Nestled just inside that right upright. And that's going to give us a tie ball game here in the first.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
On the move from inside his 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Out wide right, it's Smith. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Mustangs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying to establish the run. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. They'll run him again. Knocked down immediately. They tried to surprise him on 3rd and long with the run, and nothing doing. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. The Mustangs line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Carr on play action. Catch in the middle, it's Gilbert. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And last year to start the season, Notre Dame had everything except for maybe that quarterback spot. Now this year, it's no doubt about it, right? C.J. Carr is the dude, and he chose Notre Dame even though the family has the Michigan ties. But Palmer, he showed last year throughout the season he grew and became a pretty dang good football player.
Yeah, and I think really at the end of last year, he was certainly playing well enough for them to reach the college football playoff. I think he is one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people look at this year's Notre Dame team and they say we are a legit national championship caliber team. You know Notre Dame's going to play defense with Marcus Freeman as the head coach. You know they're going to have playmakers at the skill spots, but C.J. Carr, he's going to be the key for them this season.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives. Snags it, and there's running room. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic happen after he had the ball in his hands.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Jennings. Grabbed over the middle, it's Cooper. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. They'll keep it on the ground. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 99, set to kick this one away.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Got it. It's a fumble. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it just in the nick of time.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble. I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls on the field.
On the option. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
They booted away on fourth down. On the return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. See some running room. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down. And the Mustangs decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Trying to take it back. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the right. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Fires to the tight end. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Dropping back, it's Carr. Lets it go. Right side, it's Williams. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Notre Dame explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. Carr. Gonna let it fly. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. C.J. Carr firing again. Back's got it on the screen. Sweet cut there. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Third down and 2, you know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Throwing, Carr. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They punctuate the chant with a trip to the end zone. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. They march 78 yards down the field, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Not great field position. We'll see how aggressive they are in the final seconds. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. That pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Fires to the middle. Out wide right, it's Perez. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Drops back on first down. Pulls it in, it's Porter. The Irish use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. To the air again, Carr. Makes the grab. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. He slides that just inside the right upright. And we are dead even here in the second.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 12, almost zero margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Virginia Tech, taking on the #1 team, the Miami Hurricanes.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up at... Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Going to the run, it's Coleman Williams. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And that one will give them the lead. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, SMU.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
From deep, it's Young. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Here's Carr to throw. Right side, it's Gilbert. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. Running inside, it's Danzy. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Carr. And that one's incomplete.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Hand it to the back. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll ride him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They were backed up in their own end. Now a bit of a change of scenery there across the 35, 1st and 10 from the 36. Buying time to his right. He'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there. Tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Ball even here in the 3rd quarter as they get set to snap it on 2nd and 10. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Going over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's no good. He missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He is in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that's exactly how you draw it up on offense, man. You run the football, you get those bodies committed, Jesse, and you use speed out wide with a little bit of play action.
A really nice job of setting it up by the play caller. You're right. And those linebackers and safeties, they want to come down and support the run, but a really nice throw, excellent route, and they're able to connect for a massive TD.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. SMU's offense headed out onto the field to start this drive. Last time they had it, the long missed field goal ended the drive. The idea, get a little deeper in plus territory this time around. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Didn't help themselves much on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 20. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter. This quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Wide receiver comes in motion. Runs through a tackle. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. The give is to Williams. Knocked down immediately.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Look out! Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. So we open the final period with a third down play. Right at the line. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Working the ground game. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Got to make the play on fourth. Converts on fourth down. Still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll give it on the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Keep it on the ground. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Leaves it with the back. He was trying to get it to the 25, but the defense stands tall, and they force a 4th and short. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's good! And they've made it a one-possession game here in the 4th quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Pulls it. It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that right there, probably the biggest play in this game so far. The offense has the lead, and they're just trying to run the football to run this clock out. But the defense able to knock it out, jump on it. Now all of a sudden, this game has a completely different feel.
Great place to start for this offense. Back to throw, it's Jennings. On target. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. 2nd and long here. Quick give. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Powers inside. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its 4th down.
Not able to pick up that 1st down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
Man, I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this 1st down.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Carr. The screen. He's got wheels. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on 1st down. Tight end now in motion. The give on the counter. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Notre Dame would love to just run this thing out. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the right. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Long way to go on 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Williams. Taken down. Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Right back to it. Spins away from the defender. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. SMU spends his second timeout here. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out. And that decision will be questioned for a while. You're going to hear guys after these games say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to be that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never